My name's Danielle. I'm a diamond leader with It Works. I joined back in October of 2015. So later this year, I'll be hitting my 3-year anniversary, which is insane. Um, and Hope is actually the one who signed me. So I'll let her introduce herself.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hope Weston and I'm a diamond leader with It Works. I started in September of 2015 and I think I speak for both me and Danielle when we say that we're just both obsessed with this business and this business model of helping people. And when you help people, you help yourself. And the number one thing that really sets our company apart is the products that we offer and the customer program that we offer. The customer program that we offer benefits our customers because they're able to receive our distributor discount, but it's also super beneficial to us as the distributors because we get multiple orders. There are so many companies where you get somebody to order one time and that's it. You get paid one time. But with our 90-day program, which is what we're going to be talking about, how to get people on the 90-day program, how to talk about the 90-day program, how to learn about our products, talk about our products the right way, share and advertise our products the right way, is really incredible. And we're just really excited to bring you this information. I think that it's just important kind of basic information to know as distributors. And so we're going to be bouncing back and forth a little bit, just kind of talking about where to find information about our products if you come across people who are maybe being a little difficult, maybe being a little skeptical. We're going to talk about how to talk to potential customers once they're interested and creating that sense of urgency that makes them, want to sign up, that gets them enrolled, so that you can bump your volume, so that you can boost your business. And so, so I'm going to have Danielle get us started if she's ready. I'm going to have Danielle get us started with kind of like where to go to find the information about all of our products, because if you guys didn't know, we have a lot of products.
All right, guys. So one of the first things that we're talking about is where to go to find information, because we realize that a lot of people come into this business and they don't know about all of the products we offer and all of the things that they do and the benefits that they have. So one of the main things I want to talk to you guys about is utilizing your website, your eSuite, and product coach. So these are all really great tools to have, as well as we also have the resource of the Dream Big page on Facebook. So one of the first things we'll talk about is on Facebook. If you're on Dream Big, which everyone should be, because we are, that's the first page you get added to when you join our team. But if you go into Dream Big, and I'm going to try to show you guys on my phone, hopefully you guys can see it. But if you go onto the actual page itself, there's a search bar, and I believe it was Nicole that did this, and maybe Hope and Bailey helped as well. I can't remember who all was part of it when it came together, but basically they took everything from Product Coach and were able to transpose everything onto there for you guys. So you can actually go to Dream Big, and at the very top of the page, there's a search button. If you hit that search button, you can type in things like, greens, and every post that was ever put in there will be about the green, about the greens will pop up. And if you scroll all the way down, you'll get to the part where it talks about, for what it, ask questions about it, which is really important, because when we're talking to our customers, we want to know how to answer their questions, right? So if you utilize that tool and you're, able to, that's a really great way to do it. If you want, you can also just go straight to Product Coach. That's the other really great source. So the website is actually, I believe, it's myitworksproductcoach.com is the link. And so when you go there, you're going to be shown all of our products here on the side. You're just going to simply be able to click on any product you want, and it's going to show you all the frequently asked questions. Usually the first one is, what is it? And then the second one is what does it do? why, and then it scrolls, and then there's some that gets into more technical things like, does it contain this? When's the best time to take it? What can I expect? Stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you're utilizing your product coach whenever you can, because being able to actually go to these websites and look up the information is going to help you learn about the products yourself. So the more that you guys are utilizing these tools, the more comfortable you're going to feel when you're talking to customers about the products we offer. The other thing that you can do is you can actually utilize your own website. So the website that you created that you actually give out to your customers, if you go to that website and you click shop and just like shop around like you're a customer, when you click on the product itself, there's going to be a button at the bottom, like a link, and it's going to say view product info. That's going to give you access to like the ingredients lists. It's also going to have frequently asked questions there, and it's also going to list the benefits. It's important that you know where to access the ingredient list, because we always, we all know we have people constantly asking, can I take these products while I'm pregnant? Can I take these products and use them while I'm nursing? And so it's important we know where to get the ingredients list so that we can let our potentials know, what's in the product, and send them a copy of that if they want, so they can take it to their doctor. And then the last thing I kind of wanted to touch on in regards to that is that I understand sometimes it takes time to get to those things and you guys are in a hurry. I get it, because I'm busy too. For those of you who don't know, like, I was working and going to school full time when I first joined this business. So I was always looking for faster ways to do things. So this is a tip. If you have an iPhone, which I know some of you do, you can actually create icons on your homepage of those websites so that you don't have to go up to your Safari and type in the website every single time. So I actually am going to go through it on here with you guys, just step by step. But what you would do is you would type in whichever website it is that you're trying to make an icon of. And so I'm just going to go to my store, because I deleted that one on purpose. So I'm on my store website right now. And then at the bottom, there's that little square with an arrow on your iPhone. It usually is like for more options or something. You're just going to scroll till you get to the one that says add to home screen. And it's going to be a little square with a plus symbol. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Hold on. Let's try. So there's a button at the bottom. I don't think you guys can see it because I can't see it. But anyways, add to home screen, and then it's going to take you to a page where it's going to ask you, like, what do you want to call it? And so I'm just going to call it my store, because that's what it is. And then it's going to create an icon just like an app on your phone. So now anytime I want to go to that site, all I have to do is click on that little icon. I don't have to like go up to my Safari, open a new browser window, type in the thing. Like, I can just click it and then boom, I'm there. So those are just some of my tips on how to access the information and where you should go to locate that information. And I think it's really important that if you guys haven't, make sure you take the time to go through and actually read about the products that we offer and some of the benefits that they have, especially ones that you've never used before, you're not familiar with, just so that in case anyone's ever interested, you know how to answer their questions, or you can at least confidently tell them what the product does and how it would help them.
Absolutely. And I think that that's something that we need to do more of right off the bat for our new distributors, because one of the reasons that maybe you don't feel as confident messaging people or talking to people is because you feel like you don't know enough. And the brilliant thing about these resources, about having Dream Big, having your website, having your e-suite, and having product coaches, that you don't have to know everything about the products to start talking to people about them, which again is why you should go through your website, go through product coach, and be looking through and coming up with your own way of talking about them. So a few things that I want to talk about in terms of talking to people about our products, advertising / sharing about the products when you're posting about them. I wanted to touch on the fact that we are FDA regulated, but not FDA approved. Every once in a blue moon, you'll get a potential customer that asks you if we're FDA approved, and the answer is no, because we're not food or drug. We're a natural plant-based supplement company and technically cosmetic company, since we have skincare. But what you can say is that we're regulated and labeled by the FDA. So the FDA is still regulating us, and it's still making us label our packaging accordingly. But we can't be approved because we're not food or drugs. So that's basically what you can tell them. I know we also have a type up in Dream Big, Keep Focused that goes over the way that our products are manufactured and the process that it goes through to get approved. It's just not through the FDA. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is we cannot make claims that are not on Product Coach. So you cannot tell somebody that greens and its vital core will help them quit smoking. That's not one of the things that we are supposed to advertise them for. But if you have someone come to you and say, hey, I've been trying to quit smoking, you could tell them what the benefits of the greens are, which includes a detox, and that might be able to help them. It's the same thing with any kind of medical situation. We have people who will tell us they have diabetes, they have a heart condition, they have this or that, they're pregnant, they're breastfeeding. We are not doctors, and these products are not medicine, and so we cannot make medical claims, and anyone who has any kind of medical condition has to go through their doctor. That's to cover you, and it's to cover the person that's struggling with whatever kind of medical condition they are struggling with. So I say this because I know that there's pictures floating around on Google Images, on Pinterest, that will say things like looking to quit smoking, and it'll be a picture of greens and its vital core, and that's just not what it's supposed to do, and that's not what the company wants us advertising it for. And a really good rule of thumb is if it doesn't say it on your website or on Product Coach, don't advertise it that way. Do not share it that way in your posts. Along with this just goes that, like, we're not magic, guys. I mean, our products are freaking amazing, and I know that we can all attest to our own personal testimonies of them making us feel better and look better and have more confidence, but nothing is going to happen overnight. And one of my favorite things to tell people if they say, oh, well, I just want to try it, or I'm just not sure, is that our products are super gentle and plant-based, which means that if you're not giving them a full 90 days in your system, you're probably not going to see the results that you want. And then you're going to get those people who say that our products don't work because they didn't use them for long enough or consistently enough. And maybe they decided they wanted to lose weight, so they thought they would buy some wraps, but they do absolutely nothing to change their lifestyle. They're not drinking enough water. They're not eating healthy foods. And then they get frustrated when the wraps don't work. And it's one of those things where you have to know as the distributor what you're offering. And what you're offering is really amazing, good quality, plant-based products that people can use as a supplement for a healthy lifestyle. And that is up to you to know and accept and be able to tell people when you come across those people who have tried our products, not used them the right way, or hadn't been consistent with them, and decided that they didn't work because the person didn't use them correctly. The last thing that I wanted to talk about along this line is the idea of only sharing compliant claims goes hand in hand with only sharing compliant results. And what I mean by compliant is that the company has literally approved them. You can do this for your own results and your customers' results in the Wrap app. It's literally an app that you download on your phone. You click frame it, you go through the process, and you can get them approved. I've gotten a few of my personal ones approved. But the bottom line is that you don't want to use any before and afters that aren't in this frame, or a frame that has our company's disclosure on it. So this is an example of one that is approved. It says what products they used, how long they used it for, and it has our disclaimer and the company logo. Another example, because I know they've changed them throughout the years, this is another example of an approved before and after in a frame. And I know there's a few other ones like this one. Even though it doesn't look the same, it still has our logo, it still has the disclaimer. And if you are going to be posting before and afters, if you're going to be sending before and afters to your potentials, you need to make sure that they were actually approved by our company. This gives us integrity. this shows people that we're not just going on Google Images and finding a picture of a girl who lost weight and saying, look, she used our wraps. We are actually able to connect the dots from these before and afters back to the customer or the distributor that used the products. And that makes me feel good about what we're offering to people, not just because I've had my own results, but because I know that the results that I see on a daily basis have been confirmed by our company and are people who are actually using our products. Along this same line, if you see a before and after that is not in the frame, don't try to sneak around. Don't try to use it on the down low. It's not worth your business. It's really not. And we have so many incredible results that are approved and are compliant. Even just on our own team, in our own team, I've seen amazing results in the past like 2-3 weeks, people coming out and showing them. So there is never a need to use before and afters that are not compliant. So I think that's about it. Just make sure that you guys understand what it is that we're offering, that you're not claiming that they do things that they don't, and that you're not sharing pictures showing that they do things that they don't. Our products are amazing enough as is. They don't need to be better. They don't need to be stronger. They don't need to work different. They're absolutely incredible, just the way that they are. So I think I'm going to bounce it back to Danielle, and she's going to walk us through the loyal customer conversation that she has, that I have, that we should all be having with our potential customers.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I feel like the conversation that we have should always follow the same, almost the exact same guideline. You don't want to sound robotic ever. You want to sound natural, obviously, but you're going to follow the same guideline when you're talking to our customers overall. Basically, it might start out with either A, you sent them a message first, or B, they showed interest in a product either by liking or commenting on a post that you made, or maybe your Instagram story or something. And then you're following up saying, hey, I saw you were interested. Thanks for the love on my posts. Can I give you more information about greens? So I'll just use greens as an example while I'm talking about this. But essentially, let's just assume that we're going to assume everybody is always interested. So their response is, yeah, I want to know more about the greens. Tell me what it does. And then you're going to explain what the product does. So whether that's you having to go to product coach to look up whatever product it is or whatnot. And then I always recommend finding a way to word it so that it sounds natural. You don't want to just copy and paste what it says. But like usually I say, like, our greens are a blend of 54 herbs and superfruits and veggies, and they gently detox the system while helping to alkalize and balance the body's pH system. Plus they boost immunity and they give energy. And then sometimes I think I end it with like, they're really delicious mixed in juice or water. You just enjoy them either early in the morning or in the afternoon. And then I say, are you interested? Or I end it with a question. That's like the most important thing I can tell you guys is every time you send a message, you need to end it with a question, because that's going to prompt them to continue. And you want to leave it at that. So you always only want to answer the questions that they ask you. You don't want to answer any more than that, because then it's not going to keep the conversation going. So you'll answer that question. That's what it does. Then they're going to say, yeah, that sounds really great. I want to try it. How much is it? So then your next response should be, great. So our greens retail for $55 for a 1-month supply. But if you take my 90-day challenge, you're going to get my 40% discount, and it's going to make them only $33. What do you think? Right? Okay. So you ended it with a question again. Now you're waiting for their response. The next step is really important, you guys, because we want to make sure that we're always, always, always clearly outlining what the 90-day challenge is. The 90-day challenge is, one of the great things, like Hope said earlier, that our company offers. It's a great way for our customers to get a really good discount on our products. They're going to earn 10% back. Plus, once they finish that, they have our discount for life on anything that they want. They can just freely log in and order whenever they want if they decide to stop ordering after the 3 months, or if they continue ordering, they're going to get $50 in perk points once they hit that 6-month order. So when you explain the 90-day challenge, you want to make sure you're outlining all of the all of the steps in it. So I'm just going to read you guys my example of what my 90-day message is when somebody asks me, what's the 90-day challenge? Because typically that's going to be the next question, right? What's the 90-day challenge? How do I get the discount? So my response is usually, so the way the challenge works is it's 1 order a month for 3 months. You can pick and choose whatever you like, and it's going to be sent to you. It can be the same or something different each time. This gives you my discount, waives our $50 membership fee as long as you don't cancel. And after the 90 days is over, you can cancel free of charge and you get my discount for life. So the important part in there is that you guys are mentioning that by doing the 90-day challenge, we're going to go ahead and waive that $50 discount, that $50 membership for them, and they're going to get our discount. But we're only waiving that membership price if they continue to order for the full 90 days. They have to order 1 product a month for 90 days. And then that way, later on, if something happens and they do decide for some reason, hey, I can't afford it, or I didn't really care for the product, and for some reason you're having those conversations where you're trying to explain, well, we have 50 products you can pick from. Is there something else you might like? Yada, yada, yada. For whatever reason, if they need to cancel, you have already explained to them that the $50 fee is something that's going to happen if they decide that they're going to cancel before the 90 days. And it's going to ask them to agree to this again when they sign up on your website before they confirm their order. So they're going to get it once, they're going to hear it once from you in the conversation, and then they're going to see it again when they place their order. And the $50 fee is waived because we're giving them that really great discount because they're agreeing to the 90 days. So the important thing, you guys, to realize is that we're not trying to trick our customers. We want to be as crystal clear about what the 90-day challenge is. We want to make sure we're explaining everything fully to them because we're not trying to trick anyone into ordering or anything like that, right? So then after that, they say, great, the 90-day challenge sounds awesome, I'll do it. So then your next step is just to ask them, okay, great, are you ready to order now? That's it. Just keep it really simple, you guys. And then if they are ready to order, you're going to go ahead and you're going to give them your information. Or if they say, I'm kind of busy right now, something, you could say, would you like me to place your order for you? Or you can say, if their response is, not today, when I get paid, I want to order. Then you would respond with, okay, when's a good day to follow back up with you so that I can help you get your order in? When they give you that date, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put that in your planner, and then you're going to follow up with them on that date. So it's really important that you're getting an actual day to follow up with them, because then you know what day they've committed to already ordering this. And so that's just the basic conversation you should be having every time. It's going to change, obviously. Sometimes people are going to have different questions they're going to throw in there. I've been in this business for over 2 years, and every now and then I get a question that throws me for a loop too, and then I have to reach out to Hope or Nick or somebody, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. But for the most part, your conversations are all going to sound the same, and that's okay, because that's just the method to the madness. That's what's going to keep you guys getting customers and keep you successful.
I think that the only thing I would add that was perfect. It was a perfect example. But I think the only thing I would add to that is that we didn't just come up with this. We learned this from Jade Hooper. And she's the number 5 income earner. And if it's working for her and it's working for her team and it's working for all of us, we're not just telling this to you guys because we want you to do it our way. We're telling this to you guys because it works. Because this is how we get people to sign up to be a customer. So you're asking them if they're interested. They're saying yes. You're sending them the product info in a clear, concise way, and you're ending it with a question. Does that sound good, or does that make sense, or sound good to you? Then they say yes, and then you give them the price, and you're always giving them the price like it's normally blank, but it's only blank with my 90-day program. You always want to show them the difference in the 2 prices because it makes them curious about getting the discount. And then like Danny said, you want to make sure you're explaining the 90-day program. You want to make sure that it's very clear that it's 1 order a month for 3 months. As long as they don't cancel, the membership is waived, all that good stuff. And then creating that urgency. Okay, great. Do you have 5 minutes to place your order? Okay, awesome. I'm so excited for you. Can I get your order right? The thing that I would mention is that I've been doing this lately just so that I don't run into a speed bump, is asking if their billing and shipping are the same. Because if their billing and shipping are not the same, then they won't be able to do it on your website. You can either do it in your eSuite under orders, or they can call. Just because a few times this week I've been like, okay, cool, you ready to order? And they're like, yeah. And then they hop on my website and then they're like, it said my billing and shipping weren't the same. And then you're like, okay, crap, like gotta go back. So you can ask, okay, great, are your billing and shipping the same? And they'll say, yeah. And then you'll say, okay, cool. Do you have 5 minutes to place it on my website? And honestly, one of the things that I've learned just from talking to mass customer enrollers is if they say like, I don't like, if they're like, oh, I'm a little busy right now, whatever, you can be like, okay, well, it literally only takes 5 minutes and you can do it from your phone and I only have 1 spot left. And you know what I mean? And if they're like, okay, well, you can give it to somebody else, then obviously they're not that interested. And you can be like, okay, cool. Well, I'll follow up with you the next time I have a spot open. And you're not going to not follow up with them. Of course, you're going to follow up with them. But the idea is to let them know, like, people just overthink. People just, they don't know. They don't know that they can do it from their phone. They don't know that it only takes 5 minutes. They don't know. People can pay with PayPal. If you have PayPal hooked up to your phone like I do, you literally click the button, put in your info, click PayPal, and it's done. So a lot of people don't like know that. They don't know that it's only going to take a few minutes. And then creating that urgency of saying, I only have 1 spot left, or I just had another spot claimed. Do you still want one? And then obviously, like Danielle said, you're going to get people who say, okay, well, I get paid on Saturday. And so you put them in your planner for Saturday. And you're going to follow up. And this was actually a question that I literally got asked earlier today. So what happens if I'm following up and I'm following up and I'm following up and they're reading it and they're not responding? Do I just forget about them? Heck no, girlfriend. You are going to follow up with them forever. I'm serious. Like literally for your entire life. What are you saying, Danielle?
Nothing. Henry's laughing at you.
Oh, good.
Because you said forever.
Forever. And I'm serious.
Forever.
And I'm serious because you know what? If they don't want you to message them, they will tell you. They will tell you no thank you, or they will block you. And that's not a great scenario. It's not like you're trying to get blocked. But honest to God, if you're talking to adults, which you should be since we can only sell to people that are 18 and older, if you're talking to an adult person and they have not told you no thank you, I'm not interested, or I've changed my mind, then for all you know, they're still interested. And as long as your messages are still getting delivered, as long as it still says read, they're still going to get messages from me. Because honestly, I signed a customer up a couple weeks ago. I had followed up with 30 times. And then she ordered greens. You know what I mean? And so you have to just have that consistency, and like once they're interested until they tell you they're not.
And something that I just like to always think about, you guys, and to put it into perspective for you, is that it's not just us that runs our business that way or thinks that way. Think about the last time you went to one of your favorite online retailers and you placed something in your shopping cart and then you didn't order it. How many emails did you get in your inbox that said,
like,
hey,
hello,
are you still interested? Yeah, you forgot something in your cart, or we're saving this for you, which is essentially what we're doing with our customer base. Hey, are you still interested? Hey, did you forget you were going to order on Friday? Do you need me to help you? Like, that's essentially what everybody, like, I mean, I can't tell you how many emails I got this week from something I placed in my shopping cart on Nordstrom's like last Saturday. But I've got an email every day.
Like, we're keeping your dress on hold for you. That's basically what we're saying about our spots. Hey, I'm holding a spot for you. Hey, you said you were interested in wraps and I have a spot for my discount. Do you still want it? And at the end of the day, guys, you know, if you're going to follow up with somebody and they're going to get mad at you for following up, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen occasionally. if they're going to get mad at you for following up because they didn't tell you that they weren't interested 9 messages ago, that is not about you. That is not about you. They could have said no thank you at any time, or just blocked your number and gotten over it. If they're going to get upset with you for doing their job, then they're not the kind of person that you want as a customer or a business partner anyways. And I know that we're talking about enrolling customers, but this is something that translates over into enrolling distributors as well, in terms of following up and not taking it personally, is that this is business. This is what businesses do. People have lives. They get busy. They have kids, school, jobs, travel. It's not their job to remember that they wanted to order hair, skin, nails from you. It's your job to remember that they wanted to order hair, skin, nails from you. And I think that it's just important to recognize that being consistent is being professional. Like, you're not being professional. Tabitha, to answer your questions, he said, would we be notified if somebody blocked our number? If you have an iPhone like me, then it won't say delivered, or it will make you send it as a text message instead of an iMessage. If you do not have an iPhone, I do not believe that. I don't think that it would tell you. I think that unless it says like phone number cannot be reached, I don't think that it would tell you. But the idea is just that know what you're offering. Be excited about it. Be excited about it just the way it is. Make sure that you're running the show the right way. You're using compliance stuff. You're not making claims that we shouldn't be making. You're having I didn't think so, Bailey. You're having the same conversation. You're giving the price the same way. You're explaining the 90-day program the same way. You're asking for the sale and creating urgency the same way every single time. Just one other thing that I want to touch on real quick, and I've been on a big personal development kick, so bear with me. But another thing that I wanted to talk about is you want to assume that they want to order a lot of product. Like, you just need to go out assuming that they're going to order the system. That's my goal every single day, is like, if I'm talking to somebody and they tell me that they need to lose weight, I'm not thinking wraps and greens. I'm thinking system, and then I ask them what their budget is, because it is so much easier and better to start with the $150 like package and then work your way down, and then be like, oh, okay, well, like, is more like $80 work? Would that be better? And then they'll say, and then you can say, okay, well, is more like $50 better than it is to be like, oh, you're interested in the greens? Do you want to upgrade for $110? They're going to say, no, I don't want to upgrade for $110. So just having that belief. People want these products, guys. People want what we have to offer. And if you are going in and you're messaging people, or you're posting about the products, and you're thinking like, well, all of my friends are too poor, well, no one is going to want to order this, that is what you're speaking over your business and your life. And it's just not okay. And it's going to bleed out through your conversations that you have with people, that you're expecting them not to have the money to order. And so I just encourage you guys, on top of learning about the products, on top of having these conversations and knowing the right way to talk to people and having that urgency following up, is just that you're speaking life over the people that you're talking to. Before you send out messages, tell yourself, I'm getting a customer today, and assuming that they want to spend $200, because it's always better to start high and drop lower. That's just marketing. That's just sales. It's the same reason that we tell them the higher price and then the lower price, right? So I think that it's just really important for all of us to understand the effect that our words have and how we talk to people. And if you are assuming that the people on your Instagram and on your Facebook don't have the money or aren't interested, you're going to find a lot more people that don't have the money and who are not interested. I've signed 13 customers so far this month. So there's people out there with money who want these products. You just have to be the one to talk to them. You have to be the most consistent one that they've talked to, and you have to never stop following up, because I swear half of those customers that I've enrolled are people who I've been following up with ever since before Christmas, and they told me, you know, after the new year. And now we're in boom season, which means the new year is here, but you're going to have a lot of people tell you, oh, after tax time, which is like March, April. So every day you're finding new people who want to try these products, and you're getting them in your phone, in your planner, and you're out there finding them, because they're out there, and you have to believe that they're out there. So does anyone else have any questions? Danny, that's funny. Start checking past messages to see if delivered as text instead of iMessage after what I said. Okay, well, we're gonna get this up as soon as we can so that you guys can share the recording with your team. If you guys have more questions, obviously we all are here to answer your questions, whoever your upline is. Even if I'm not your upline, I'm always happy to answer questions. And I hope that this really helped you guys, and that you understand a little bit more about our customer program and what we do. And yeah, I hope this is helpful.